Newsweek, where we highlight some of the biggest stories that made the headlines recently. I am Marco Tabo. Trump returns as 47th U.S. president, rejects transgender, illegal immigration, signs executive order to end birthright citizenship. Also, NCC approves 50% rise in telecoms tariff as NLC kicks against hike, threatens nationwide boycott. And later on the show, troops closing on bandit kingpin Bello Turji, kills second in command, others during raids on hideouts. All the details in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back. Donald Trump returned to the White House as the 47th president of the United States in what has been described as the greatest political comeback in America's history to mark his inauguration. President Trump signed a series of executive orders targeting key social and political issues. These include the rejection of transgender, stricter measures on illegal immigration, and an executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship. Trump also outlined measures to tackle inflation and high costs. He promised an aggressive crackdown on crime as well as efforts to leverage resources in order to eliminate gang activity. Now, joining me from our Abuja studio is Ibrahim Garba, a communications consultant, while I have here Kunle Oladende, is a public affairs analyst, joining me right here in the studio. Kunle, good to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, it appears that some are already alluding that Donald Trump's comeback looks like a vendetta, like a man on a revenge mission, because, of course, his illegal immigration stance has been known from the beginning. He's been very frank about that. But now he has also affirmed the gender reset of a male and female, you know, in the United States, as against the whole binary and all the chaos that has been coming with the genders back and forth. I mean, how would you assess his comeback and all these executive orders he's been signing so far being president?
Yeah, first and foremost, let me comment what I saw here today at TVC. Okay. This is world class. I think I can say, if not one of the best, is one of the best in the world.
All right.
And I appreciate what people are doing here.
I appreciate it.
Back to Donald Trump, I'm not surprised what is happening. I'm not really surprised because it was a campaign promise. And if now got to office and begin to implement his campaign promises, I think there's nothing wrong about that. But he has forgotten that he is a second-term president. He's acting as if he's going to have another term more. In 4 years, Trump will leave office. Yeah. But let's take it from an example. When he came the first time, all that he was doing now, he started it then. But all were reversed. He is here today reversing so many policies of the former administration of Joe Biden. Right. But tomorrow, another person will get there and reverse what he's doing also on the issue of illegal immigrants. Right. To me, I'm not surprised at all. He did it the last time. He's doing it again now. But let me tell you, it will fizzle out. In the next 3 months or 6 months, it will fizzle out. All right. Because you can't just concentrate on that. He was talking about, he wanted to impose tariff here and there, taxes here and there, transgender. Yes, on the issue of transgender, I really supported him for that, 100%. Okay. Because I don't know why we are going to have different gender than what God has created. Okay. On that, I'll give my support 100%. But on order, it is the president that have signed so many numerous executive bills. Oh, yeah. You can't rule only by executive bill. There are executive bill is signed into law it is against the Constitution of United States of America. It cannot amend the Constitution of the United States of America. For example, that a child born by illegal immigrant cannot be a citizen in the United States. It doesn't have such power. Yeah. Number two, as at this moment, I think about three or two states are already in court. It has been restrained. The last time the same thing happened, it was restrained. All this vendetta will not work. Right. It will fizzle out. That's my take. It will fizzle out. All right.
Ibrahim Garba, very quickly, Mr. Kunle Oladende just said here that these executive orders are a bit out of order, knowing that he doesn't have a second term anyways. But right now, the LGBTQ+ community advocates are arguing that his stance could lead to discrimination and they could be in harm's way and living in fear. What's your assessment regarding that very quickly?
Well, let me start this way. Donald Trump, the optics you can take from there is the fact that, one, The ceremony was held indoors, which brought in captains of industry, the likes of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, and the CEO of Apple and all that. It shows you this man wants to introduce something like corporate America. He has a policy direction of where he wants to be in the next 4 years. Yeah. And at the same time, if you look at America today, we have these complaints about illegal immigrants coming into America on a daily basis. If you go towards the Mexican border, we have over 70,000 waiting to be cleared so that they can enter America. So there's a lot of pressure on the economy of America. And at the same time, you have companies that are supposed to be domiciled in America, you know, exporting products to other parts of the world. They're not having that privilege because, one, America today is weak in the sense that most of these companies are coming from China and this Asian tiger. So it's weakening the economy of America. And Donald Trump, during the first time he fought this battle, even if there are so many challenges, he couldn't conclude his second term. So for me, first, tackling this immigration law is very prominent, is very paramount, even if I know it's going to affect the cross-section of black people and, you know, other people living in America today. But then again, as a leader, a visionary leader, he has a template of what he wants to do, how he intends to achieve that. And that should be a lesson for many African countries today, because if, as a leader, you come into office, you should have a policy trust, you have a direction of where you want to be, not to the disadvantage of your own people. So I think what Donald Trump is trying to do is, one, America first before others, and he's trying to, you know, rebase the economy so that he can confront some of these challenges. So there's no sentiment about it. For me, I support his policy direction, and I see America going great again, especially seeing the captains of industry is bringing on board to help him shape the economy.
All right, Ibrahim, you went holistic on the question. I understand you evaded the LGBTQ plus question anyway, but his immigration policy is already impacting negatively, because a farmer came online to say workers didn't turn up to work for fear of being arrested and deported. There is going to be food shortages, especially in some states where illegal immigrants are utilized for cheap labor. How do you think that gap can be closed right now?
Yeah, very good question. There are farmers complaining at the moment with over 142,000, you know, workforce being needed to, you know, power some of these, you know, the farmlands and all that. There should be this complaint. It's a challenge to, you know, the typical American to wake up and take up his responsibility. On the other hand, you know, if you are going into America, follow, you know, the legal road, follow the normal process, not through the back door. That's the complaint of Donald Trump. Right. It's not as if he is not interested, you know, immigrants working, but why not follow due process of the law so that it can be integrated? And the farmers, definitely there must be that complaint, because they relied for so many decades, relying on, you know, foreigners to work on their land. It's time for them to go into full-scale mechanized farming so that this can complement the efforts of what Donald Trump intends to do for the Americans.
All right, Oladende, very quickly. Now, the LGBTQ plus community are saying if his stand continues to thrive, they will be in harm's way, because already there's discrimination against them. They feel they are living in fear, and they wake up every day not even sure if they would draw their last breath because of this executive order that's been signed about affirming a male and a female gender. How do you think this can be managed? Because already they've started protesting already that they are living in fear in their country of birth.
Yeah, I will not rule out that issue of protest. Right. But to me, what in that direction, what Trump did is very okay to me, because I don't believe that there should be another third sex after male and female. Right. I don't know the kind of fear they are exhibiting, as in what. I just don't understand. They don't want to be addressed as Mr. They want to be addressed as Mrs. And how would they be addressed? To me, the issue of transgender is not an issue that I wanted to discuss much, because to me, I just don't believe. I'm a Christian. All right. By the grace of God, God created two sexes, male and female. All right. It's enough. Okay. So what are we not talking about? If Trump came into office and legislate against it, so be it. Right. But the issue I can have, the fear I have is this tragedy is in the Constitution of the United States of America. If it's the Constitution, then you need to amend the Constitution. Okay. And I'm so sure it's not in the Constitution. It was legislated. I think it's under Obama or yes, it's under Obama.
Under the Democrats.
So yes, under the Democrats. Yeah. To me, what is the basis of their fear?
Okay,
fear for what?
Okay, now you've expressed quite a number of positives from Trump's administration so far, but there's been a lot of vocal, rejection with his stance. He has said America first. Let's make America great again. But that rhythm, that rhetoric doesn't seem to settle well with some of the liberals and especially the Democrats. They're still fighting him on different fronts. How do you think he will be able to, unite, America with this division that is already spilling across board?
It is very simple. Trump will get nowhere. The way he will get nowhere. I said it earlier that he's going to fizzle out. My colleague is saying that we want America to be great again. Illegal immigrants built America. Okay. Non-indigenous of America built America. How many percent do you have that you can call an indigenous of America? These illegal people, illegal immigrants that he's talking about today, built America. So that all you need to do is to ensure that they get their document.
Okay.
So then they are contributing more than American citizens to American economy.
All right, let me Ibrahim Garba, very quickly. Oladende just said something now. He said, look, illegal immigrants built America. You have just said not too long ago that the policy of illegal immigrants is very welcomed. So how do you think he'll be able to manage this chaos that is already spilling across board? Quickly, before we move on to the next topic.
No, it's very simple. Right. It has to do with legislation. You understand, if you have to live in America, go through legislation. It shouldn't be through an indirect entry. Okay. No country will tolerate that. And you understand that American economy already is stabilized. But again, you need to consolidate. And not only that, the level of crimes increasing on a daily basis is affecting the U.S. So that is why, Donald Trump making a point of order by signing these executive orders, about 8 or 9 he signed recently, to address these national issues. Right. So all they need is to support him. And that, just like my colleague said, it's either male or female. All other issues does not matter. The most important thing is to identify human beings and what's the intent to contribute and what they intend to gain from being American. That's the way to go.
All right, thank you very much. I wish we had enough time to go on the stretch, but of course we have to go on a break. Newsweek continues in a moment. Stay with us. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, approved a 50% increase in telecom tariffs in order to balance the needs of operators with consumer protection. This adjustment is to be implemented in accordance with the NCC Guidance on Tariff Simplification 2024 and within the tariff band stipulated in the 2023 NCC cost study. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, has criticized this action, describing it as a clear assault on the welfare of Nigerian workers. The union also warned of possible nationwide action to compel the reversal of the increase. I still have with me Ibrahim Garba and, of course, Oladende in the studio. Oladende, very quickly, some have said that the NCC should actually calm down with all these policies because Nigerians are already going through a lot. How do you think this issue will be calmed?
Let me take you down memory lane concerning the tariff in Nigeria telecommunication. In 2001, when GSM will roll out in Nigeria, for 1 minute call, it costs 15